Good afternoon, this is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about staples. SPLS is a symbol, and this was a gap down from the 15th. Let's look at this. This is a nice gap down. It worked on the day, and you could have made money in it, and we're going to go over it. That being said, I wish that it would have worked better. I wanted it to work better. It should have worked better. It is lower. And you can see what it's doing here the last couple of days. It is lower. So this is a watch for lower too. Why do these things sometimes not work as great as we want them to in the day? You know what? The market this day just didn't help this thing. Let's look at the market on the 15th. I think this was the day that the market broke out here. It was a strong bullish uptrend day. I just want to double check it. And it's probably why this thing had a hard time going. Let's look at it. Actually, no. It's just a little green day. This was the day that it broke out. Still was a green bullish day in the market. And I guess this thing just taking its good old time. That being said, it did set up nicely, and we're going to go over it. And you could have played it for a nice move. Even though it didn't even work as perfect as it could have, as it should have, and it's going to. Just got to give it some time. The gap analysis is correct. Bearish gap. This is not a long, okay? I know it's a tail. I know it's a bottoming tail. I know it has a green head, but this is not a bullish gap. This is a bearish gap, okay? You go through the rating system, you rate it, this is a bearish gap. That's how I played it. I made money in this the day we played it, okay? We're going to go over it. And this is a great example of how if you know how to play these things and you have a good play, you can make money on these things even if they don't get huge moves on the day. If you have a good strategy that you have conviction in and you have a great play, which I do, and you know how to play it, you can get moves and make money in something with size even if you don't get a huge boisterous move on the day in it. You will still be able to make money, and good money, because you're going to get the entry right, you're going to get the perfect, best price you can, and you're going to know what to do. So let's go over it. This is what happened here in the 15-minute chart. Now, this rallied more than I would have liked. Okay. This, however, isn't buying. I'm going to go over this again. We're going to talk about this kind of thing a lot. Bottoming tail, topping tail, bottoming tail, topping tail. This isn't some crazy buying here. This is just a rally. It's really not even a clean rally because these bars really aren't solid green even. They have small bodies. Okay? Now we're going to go back and look at something. I'm going to show you how I played it, and I had all my numbers written down. This is pretty amazing. I go through a process in the morning, and this is what I teach in my class, but I want to show you where I got this number first so you don't think that I'm making it up. Okay, I get all these numbers from a place, and they're all in the chart. This weekly green, big, hard bullish bar closed at 1162.5 or 1163. I had 1163 written down on my sheets in the morning. Okay. And look at what this thing did. I mean, it really set up nice if you knew what to look for. Open, rally. I took it here. It got stopped out. Okay. It didn't have a move. I killed the trade right here. Okay. It shouldn't have done this. So I was out of it. I didn't lose that much on it. I was almost near my entry price when I killed it. I was up, nice money in this. And then, boop, kill it. Shouldn't have done that. Knew it wasn't going to work right away. So then it did this. Waiting. Now I'm waiting. Okay, now I got to wait. Wait to see what's going to happen here. I'm not losing conviction. I'm not getting off it. Now I need reasons to stick with it. Reasons to keep going. Reasons to get back in. 1163. 63 to the penny. This hit that number. I'm looking at my sheet. It's written down next to me on my desk. I said, oh my gosh, it hit a number. I didn't take it there. I could have. Would have been aggressive. Didn't do it. Waited. I'm in this trade right here. It's doing this. I'm liking it better. I got in more of this trade right here, and I'm in it. And it had a nice move. Nice move. Target was 11. Got down in here, right there, 11. See it? First target had to be, first of all, the first target was on the low of the day, okay? Which it did. Low of the day was 11.19. And do you know how many people are just entering this as the low of the day? This is where people are entering this thing. It's a terrible price. And I'm in this up here in the 50s. The 3-cent stop. Stop. No, I'm not giving this any room. No room for this. Okay, after all of this stuff, no room. Has to hold. And every time I retest, I'm getting more conviction, I'm getting more size because it is holding. So there's no reason to be giving it any bigger of a stop. Okay. Has to hold. The first target went under the low of the day. Nice. 11. What time did it actually do that? It was in the 12 o'clock. You know, I really wanted to see this get under 11. I thought it was going to after it went under the low of the day. Again, I'm looking for a bigger move on this. And it actually went to 10.99 by a penny. And then after it didn't go under there, I was out of it. Out of it here. I had to move the stop down. Right here. Okay. 11.06 has to be the stop over this little pivot, which it did in this bar. And that was it. And then it retraced itself. It retraced itself. So if you entered this at 11.19 under the low of the day, you made 18 cents. And then by the time you got out, you gave 10 cents back. You know, or you were down in it. You know, you have to learn how to play these things properly. The only way to make money. Because there's no guarantee what's going to happen, because initially in the morning, this didn't set up exactly the way that I wanted it to. Then it looked great. Then I got in. Then I got this drop. Then it looked like it was going to set up again, but then it didn't. It just didn't. Okay. You have to watch these things and see what's going to happen in the afternoon. Now, let's go back up here. In the moment when I was trading this on the day, the opening price of the stock was 11.27. Okay. So this bar, when I was in it down at this 11, was red. Okay. Anything could have happened. It could have pushed down and looked like ARO. Remember how ARO closed? It had a topping tail and a red body. This could have done that day. And it could have gone lower then, because this could have a nice move. It didn't. Okay. But it could have. And you don't know that. That's why you just play it out. But then you got to take the money off. I mean, the first target was 11. So anyways, this is still lower. Still lower. It's a nice trade. It didn't close the day like I anticipated that it would. Didn't go under 11. However, it was a nice play. It was a nice play with a 3-cent stop and a 55-cent move. And it gave you chances to add even and continue your conviction and get more conviction. And I mean, when I saw it hit that 63 number, I mean, and I had it written down. And I showed you where that number was. You know, these numbers mean something. They all mean something. And this is what I teach in my class. I teach how to find these numbers, everything. Okay? All of this is important. Again, completeness. Have to have a complete system. Otherwise, you're hanging out in no man's land. You wanted this to work. It didn't. You know, it's 10:15. You've almost lost your whole conviction. Meanwhile, I'm gaining my conviction because it hit a price point number that I knew and liked, and I'm watching it for an entry, and I'm watching it for an entry that I get 3 cents stop in. And it keeps retesting it, giving me chances to enter. I mean, I don't know what your risk is. on your plays. It's different for everybody. But, when you want to take size in something and it keeps giving you a chance to add in it, you're a fool not to add it there and get the same price. You don't want to add and hurt your price under the low of the day. Your price is 53 cents, and you're gaining conviction when it gets under the low of the day, and then you add and you worsen your price by half. Don't do that to yourself. Add when you get the retest, or don't add at all, okay? Do not kill your price, okay? Because there's no guarantee this thing is going to fall off a cliff today and drop $3, and it didn't. So if you had taken the entry that I had, added your price under the low of the day, you would have killed your price by half and got out with half the money you could have made if you held the original position, even if you took a smaller size. Does everyone understand that? This is so important. So important. We want to push through the low of the day. And we're going to get that push. We're going to get that push because people who, for some unknown reason, do not know how to understand and read gaps, bought this thing that day. They are going to get stopped out under the low of the day. And that's what's going to push this through. Those are the real stop outs here. Some people will short under the low of this day here, but that is not the best, smartest place to do it, okay? You do it into a rally. You do it into a pivot. You do it into a curve. You do it into a base. You don't add and worsen your price when it's a dropping into it, okay? This is so critical. Just kills your whole price here, kills your whole profit. Unless you expect this thing to drop like $2 under the low of the day, which is crazy when the whole number is 19 cents away. And it really didn't start out the day that I wanted it to. It had some momentum going here, and for whatever reason it backed up and just kind of gave up on itself. Didn't do anything wrong, still hasn't done anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with this. If you're in this core short, stay in it. In fact, oh, look at there. Holding an area right there. Charts are beautiful. They are beautiful things, and you need to know how to read them if you want to be successful trading. It is the only way. It's the only way. And you really have to know how to read them well, because some days you won't get something open and just going. You need to know where to get in it. And this is the kind of stuff that I teach in my class. Again, complete picture. Complete picture. You have to have a complete and total picture of the gap, strategy, the play, your concepts, everything. So this was SPLS. It was a nice trade. It was a nice trade, and I'm sure that not that many day traders played it because they would have looked at this daily chart, saw this, and probably went off it to find something else. However, if you stuck with it, got a really nice play. Really nice play. And you could have ended up having a bigger move in the day. But then once it retested at 11 and didn't go under it, you had to take it. Anyways, this is Melissa with thestockswoosh.com. If you have any questions, please email me at melissa@thestockswoosh.com. Have a great day.